Outlet pass for Rick Nash. Nash now tries to slip to the fence and walk in. Nice move. Another nice move. He scored. What a goal. It doesn't get any better than this.
As he plays to the point, instead, he works his way back free. Granlund fires, score!
Hello and welcome to the Puck Drops Here podcast. I'm your host, John Crawford, along with my brother, Howie.
Hey there.
Here for episode number 37 of season 4. And we are now 2 games into the Stanley Cup, Howie, with game 3 tonight.
Yeah.
But before we get into all that, how was your week?
Same as normally is. Just worked all week.
No.
Well, other than Monday. Monday was like an actual day off for me, kind of.
Well, you had a holiday. You got to have a real holiday.
Which, yeah, I spent, I think, 14 hours of it sleeping.
Oh. That's a good way to spend your holiday. Got caught up sleeping.
Yeah. So not too shabby.
Yeah. Yesterday, I took Rogie to the beach, and he had a good time. He really got into the digging the hole in the sand thing.
Yeah, I saw that on, what's it called?
Facebook.
Yeah, that social thing.
Yeah. Yeah, he really liked digging in the sand this time. And he did a little bit of chasing the ball into the water. He didn't really want to go all the way in. He went about, just up to his
armpit height.
Yeah, he didn't really want to go all the way in this time.
You can't. Lucky you won't go in the water.
So he he would do that. I couldn't get him to go all the way in, but the water was warm. But he would just, he'd get in there and then he'd roll around in the sand and then go back to digging.
Oh, we're having a hot one out here today. It's supposed to be
Excuse me.
88.
Wow.
With, I think, chances of thunderstorms later on.
Really? It's supposed to be pretty warm here today, from what I understand. It was pretty warm yesterday. Although today I have to put in a gate. Put a new gate in, and I need to put a fence across the back there.
And then what? You work tonight, and then you're on vacation again?
No, I'm on vacation right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jesus.
What?
Every week you're on vacation.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Get into that again.
Well, whatever.
You got to put a fence in?
I do. I have to put a fence in because our house kind of backs up against a canal, so we're on the water.
Right.
And
is that where that tree line is?
yeah, there's water right there. And then because Rogie he'll head for the water.
Yeah.
So I got to put a fence across there, something that's kind of, I don't know how to describe it. So you can't really notice it much, but you could still see the water line and still see the, you know.
So you're going to build that wall?
I'm going to build the wall. And, so we can let Rogie run free, and then, you know.
Rogie's going to pay for it.
Rogie's going to pay for it. No, I'm going to pay for it. and then I got to build him a dog house. So he can.
You're going to build one of those like luxury ones with
kind of.
little.
It will have AC in it because it gets so hot out here and humid. It will have AC in it.
Tiny size people furniture and stuff in there?
No furniture. I mean, he will have a bed and stuff, and it will have AC.
I think you should build a replica of tigers.
Of tigers. Well, his was a pretty simple frame, wasn't it? His wasn't luxury.
Yeah,
it was just your basic.
But he had that little curtain on
Huh?
the front. He had that little curtain on the front.
Yeah, I guess that was kind of fancy.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's all, door flap thing,
Yeah.
They don't have curtains. He'd just rip them apart anyway.
Yeah.
They'd just be shreds. Poor Mr. Bill. I mean, I don't know how many times he's been sewn up. I sewed him up yesterday. He's got these scars across his face and neck and stuff. He's looking pretty.
Are you doing it in black now, so it has that Gary Cheever's mask look?
I should be, but no, I haven't been. But he's starting to look deformed. His face is getting all stretched to one side. Yeah. It's awesome. Anyway, let's get into the hockey news, Howie. You have some hockey news? Yes?
The two things I saw, one was Anaheim and McLean have parted ways. He's no longer their assistant coach. Rumors have it he could end up winding up as head coach in Buffalo, very possibly. So watch for that. And the other thing I saw, not necessarily a rumor, because apparently even their general manager, front office, even admit to it, but it's possible that Ovechkin could be available on the trading block.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Which, if that is possible, there could be some huge moves during the off season.
Yeah, that could be really big, but like we were talking about before, there would have to be a team that could afford him in a couple ways. One, they have to have the cap room, and they have to have something to give for him.
Right.
To trade for him. And that's a tough one. Which means you'd probably have to give away most of your roster to get him.
Probably.
Just to get the cap room.
Yeah, I don't know how that would work, but
I don't know. Do you know what his contract is worth by chance?
no, I don't.
Yeah, I'm sure it's pretty high.
But it could make things interesting.
Yeah, good.
But the only other thing I saw, former NHL enforcer Chris Simon has filed for bankruptcy.
Wow.
He says he's broke, but he's kind of lying, because apparently he still has his NHL pension, which he won't dip into.
I don't know how. That was a while ago. How old is he? He must be.
I don't know, but from one of the article, though, he owes child support arrears and $125,000 in child support.
Oh gosh.
And he's saying he can't afford it yet again. That NHL pension sitting there. but he won't get into it.
Hmm.
I don't see why the courts just can't go in there and take it.
I would think that. Well, I don't know. I would think that they could.
I would think so. If it were California, I know they would.
In a second.
They don't. They'd rather see you dead anyway.
All right, so Howie, we have the Stanley Cup going on.
Game 3 coming up.
Yeah.
Penguins are up 2-0.
Yeah. And after watching the
question will be, can Nashville maintain their home ice advantage throughout the play?
You know what I wish they really had was a new officiating crew. They have been terrible, Howie. They've been terrible.
Yeah, I've not seen any of the games yet, so I don't know.
Well, game 1, just terrible calls. Of course, it was more cited towards the Penguins because there were just some terrible, terrible calls that shouldn't have been called, and calls that should have been called that weren't called. Just like an example was the I can't even remember who was involved in it except for Crosby, because he threw an elbow and didn't get called for it. But on that same little exchange of play there was 2 penalties called on the Preds, and so Pittsburgh ended up with a 5-on-3 power play and scored. And then the goal that was taken away from the Preds, the first goal of the Stanley Cup, was taken away because they called offside, and it was not offside. It was not offside. I don't care. Even after they showed the replay, I was going, what, they didn't see? How could they not see that his skate was not off the ice, which meant that he was straddling the line, and of course, if your skate is up and you're on the wrong side, it would be offside. But
Right.
the skate was still on the ice, and the puck had already crossed, and I was like, what? And they called it offside. I was, and then game 2, the same kind of junk was going on. It's just like, it was terrible. They need new officials for this Stanley Cup. I'm a little disappointed with the officials.
And Marc-Andre Fleury is not played yet since he's been pulled.
Yeah, no, he has not.
So he still has not played.
Yeah. And he won't. Because
No, he won't. And he won't be protected either. Oh, and speaking of that, too, that was something else I forgot with hockey news. Markstrom will be Markstrom apparently will be the protected goalie in Vancouver, leaving Miller open.
wow.
But he will also, though, be a free agent come July 1.
Well, that's July. Well, yeah, okay, I see what you're saying.
So I could see why they did that, because I mean, even if he got picked up, say by Vegas, he's not necessarily going to sign.
Right. They could take him, but it doesn't mean he'll sign with them.
Right. He could still become a free agent come July 1.
Right. So you could put him on the list, but don't put him on the list.
Yeah.
All right. But
Yeah.
a good goalie.
You're basically rolling the dice on that one.
Right.
If you would pick him up.
So you could go to him, but you're going to have to offer him a little more to say, hey, why don't you just stick around? Probably. You have to give him something, some incentive, some chips or something. You'll have to have some chips to gamble with.
We'll see. Well, I don't know. I mean, reading the article, it sounds like Markstrom is going to be the number 1 goalie. So I don't know. I think they're just going to let him go and Let them test the free agent market. See the free agency water. So I don't know. So that'll be interesting.
It will be interesting. I can't wait to see this list. I want to see who's on it. That happens on the 18th. We get to see the list.
Yeah.
So we're going to be picking our teams on the 18th, Howie.
Okay. But yeah, game 3, we're now back in Nashville, so we'll see if Nashville can maintain their home ice. Hopefully they can and get back in this thing.
Yeah, PK Subban is guaranteeing a win tonight.
Yeah, I saw that. They're calling it the PK Messier.
Yeah. He's guaranteeing the win. But which could happen because, Billy Ray Cyrus, he has that song out now. That could really stir things up. That could change the whole course of this thing.
That's true. Well, it depends, too. What jersey will Justin Bieber wear?
Well, you're absolutely right. Yeah. I think it comes down to those things. I don't know.
I'm just disappointed, though, that they're not going with the celebrities that we had picked for the All-Star game.
Right. They should be.
Yeah. Why aren't they doing celebrity coaches for the Stanley Cup?
I don't know. Well, they don't give them any ideas, Howard, because that'd be coming. Oh my gosh, that will be coming.
Yeah. Where is the All-Star game next year? Is that the one in L? Is that L.A.?
No, it's not in L.A. No. I think it's like Tampa Bay, or is it Tampa Bay? Gary Bettman was just talking about it on his. Did you see the state of the hockey speech that he did?
No, I did not.
That was actually pretty good, and he had talked about the All-Star game, which I can't remember where it was. I thought it was Tampa Bay, but maybe I'm wrong. Or wait a minute. No. It's in. I can't remember. But he talked about the All-Star game. He talked about, of course, the Olympics thing came up,
Tampa Bay.
Yeah, okay, Tampa Bay. So, yeah. He talked about the Olympics. He talked about the expansion, of course, and just the state of hockey. And we're going to be having some games in China next year.
Yeah, I saw that. I think the Kings are actually one of the teams over there.
Yeah, we're playing in China next year.
So, China. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah. Trying to help them expand not expand the NHL, but to introduce them to the game of hockey. And
I guess not expanding the NHL, but the what do you call it? The shrinking of the KHL. I guess they're in huge financial problems right now. I think they've already folded 2 teams.
Really?
And they expect to drop another 4 or 6.
Really?
Yeah, they're hurting right now. There's teams they're behind. Some teams are behind like almost a month in pay.
Wow.
Yeah, they're in big trouble.
But because they're in trouble, that just expands the pool for the NHL.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Because, people want to jump ship over there. If it's sinking, they're going to jump.
It does. Which raises the possibility, too, will they then bring in a Quebec sooner than later, since you now have this larger pool.
You mean expand again? No, come on, Howie. How many teams do you want to add into this? I'm done adding.
Well, because I'm saying because they were talking about 2 anyway, and they were talking about Vegas and Quebec.
I don't want any more. I want us to shrink. We have too many now. Too many.
They got to get rid of these teams in the South.
Way too many. I'm done expanding. So, anyway, what were we talking about? The Stanley Cup.
I don't know. We've been all over the board today.
Yeah, that's all right, though. We've got Game 3 tonight at 8 o'clock in Nashville. Huh?
CBS.
On NBC, actually. But which will be a good one. Howie, are you able to watch this one?
No.
Darn. I
don't think I get to see any more games. Actually,
it's on NBC.
Right, but I have to work tonight, so it's during my
record
nap
the freaking game.
I don't have a record. No, it's on NBC Sports Network.
It's not on. It's Saturday. It should be on NBC.
No, it's on NBC Sports Network.
Okay.
But due to the time, it being 7 p.m. my time, that is my nap time before I go to work.
Oh, nappy time.
That's
the Stanley Cup is on.
I have to go nappy time. And then Monday night's game.
Yeah.
Monday night I can watch because it is on NBC and I'm off. So I'll be able to see game 4. So Monday night, Howie will not have nappy time.
So sending you texts and all that stuff that I've been doing, that's why I don't get answers back from you.
I'm taking my nap.
All right.
Hey, I get like 3.5 hours of sleep a day.
Okay, I understand. All right, I'm not going to argue with you.
And then game 5 is also on NBC on Thursday, but I will be taking nappy time.
I'm going to buy you a VCR. Do they still make VCRs?
I don't know. I don't know. And then what game is this here? Game 6, which is on Sunday.
Yeah.
Will be on NBC. Oh, nope. I'll be taking nappy time. And Game 7 will be on a Wednesday night at 7 p.m. There again, I'll be taking nappy time.
No, you will be watching the cup being hoisted up.
I can't. I will fall asleep at work and then fall asleep at my day job as well, because between that night job and that day job, I get a half an hour nap.
So, folks, I'll be watching the Stanley Cup. I will have something to say about it. Hopefully.
What's my sleep number? 0.
Hopefully they have better officiating for Game 3. I'm really hoping to see a hockey game, and not let the players play the game, and they need to just back off and call what you're supposed to call, and stop calling these crappy calls. I'm done with it. That's all I got to say about that. So, we'll wrap it up here while Howie's mumbling in the back.
Okay. Yeah. So the first time I will actually get to see a full Stanley Cup series will be the Cup played in the 2019-2020 season.
All right.
That'll be my first one.
All right. Will that be Vegas's first trip to the Stanley Cup?
It's very possible.
I think it might be the Koyukuk Seals. We might be expanded by then.
That's possible. That's possible. So I look forward to the 2019-2020 season.
All right, we'll start hyping that up then.
Well, let's put can we put like a countdown clock up here?
Oh, Howie's next time he gets to see the Stanley Cup right here. We'll put it up there. Okay, we'll do that. We'll get
this many years, this many months, this many hours.
Yeah. Howie gets to watch the full Stanley Cup. All right,
yes.
We'll do that. Yes. All right, let me write this down because I'm going to add it.
2019-2020 Stanley Cup. I think that's right.
Oh, hopefully we're still on.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 2019-2020.
I don't know. Hopefully we'll still be doing our show then. All right, Howie.
Time travel machine. Who knows?
Yeah, we could take the time machine and see if you really are doing it.
Oh, hey, there you go.
Can it go in the future? We've never gone into the future before.
I don't know. I don't know. That's a lot of stress on the rubber bands being bent one way and then going the other way.
I know you gotta spin them the other way, twist them the other way.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if I can handle that.
Yeah. And how are you twisting them? Like with a pencil?
Yeah, you stick the thing and then you kind of do this.
Yeah. I was wondering what you were doing.
It's like those. Remember the old
the balsa wood airplanes?
Yeah. Like that.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I can't wait. All right, so we'll wrap it up here. Game 3 tonight. Thank you all for listening and watching the podcast. Go out to our webpage at www.thepuckdropshoe.com. Check out our podcast page. Check out this podcast along with our past podcast. Give us a like on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Send us a tweet. And Instagram and Pinterest. And shoot, we're on all kinds of stuff out there. So with that, Howie, Game 3 tonight. Enjoy your nap. I'll tell you all about it.
It's nappy time.
Yeah. We bid you all adieu.
Good night.